So there was the midterm. Wasn't that fun? Whee! Okay, so you will see some feedback posted, both collective and individual, to give you a little better idea of how things went. So, moving right along, contracts. I got news for you. Things don't always work right. And the question is, what kind of remedies are there? What can the court do when there's a contract? The two main ones to watch for are contract damages. Basically, courts will try to put the party that was wronged into the position they would have been had the contract been performed. So, if you made a gross of brownies for resale, and the buyer failed to appear, and you sold the brownies for half price, the court would award you the other half, or contract damages. By the way, courts will expect you to try to, what they call, mitigate the damages, that is, limit them. So in this case, where your seller defaulted, you sold the brownies and got back at least part of the money. Courts want you to do that. So keep that in mind. The other one is specific performance. Specific performance is when a party, where there is something in dispute that money can't cover. The typical example, and the one again that you and I are most likely to run into, is real estate. Each real estate, even if there are adjoining lots, each piece of real estate is unique. And default on a sale of real estate wouldn't be, couldn't be compensated solely by money. So the court would actually compel the defaulting party to perform. One that came to my attention recently involved a Ferrari. $44 million the guy spent on a Ferrari. And he had a side deal on the original gearbox. Now this is like real and wicked important to car people. And he's actually suing to make the party who promised to produce the gearbox to deliver it. It's a big deal in car circles. Anyway, so those are the biggies. Punitive damages generally aren't going to be awarded in a contract matter unless there's some kind of manifest bad faith, bad acting, and consequential damages, that is, things that result from the breach, aren't going to be awarded unless the defaulting party was on notice of the condition before. Sales between merchants. Here's the first time we run into the Uniform Commercial Code, and Article II is the deals with sales of goods between merchants. These merchants are people who are in the business, and basically they understand the business or trade, and so the law allows shortcuts in the making of contracts for sales between merchants in order to expedite things. And if you've ever been in a trade or business, you know that a lot of times you can pick up the phone. I suppose now you can text or whatever, but and get things done. Yeah, please send a box of or a boxcar 2x4x8s, usual terms, thanks, see ya, and it happens. Those contracts are fully as enforceable as the ones we talked about in the last couple of weeks before the exam. But they rely on some things. First of all, that the merchants are following the course of usage in the business, and that they that they're acting in good faith. They're dealing fairly. So anyway, watch that. Just remember, that the fundamental rules of contract still apply, but those shortcuts are allowed. Hey, we'll see you on the discussion board, and have as good a day as you can manage. Okay.